of the 10 directions, to all the lion-like teachers of the 3 times, with a body, speech, and mind completely pure, I bow everywhere, leaving none unhonored. By the awesome spiritual power of Samantabhadra's practices and vows, I appear before all Tathagatas everywhere. From one body I manifest bodies as numerous as dust motes in all worlds, and each one bows to Buddhas as numerous as dust motes in all worlds. In a single dust mote are Buddhas as numerous as dust motes, each dwelling among assemblies of Bodhisattvas. So it is throughout the limitless Dharma realm, and I deeply believe all of it is filled with Buddhas. With oceans of all sounds I bring forth inexhaustible, wondrous words and phrases, and throughout all future eons I praise the deep ocean of the Buddha's virtues. With the most supreme and wondrous flower garlands, music-scented ointments, and parasols, with these supreme adornments I make offerings to all Tathagatas. With the most supreme robes and the most supreme fragrances, fine powdered incense, burning incense, and lamps, each one piled high like Mount Sumeru, I offer them all to the Tathagatas. With a vast and supreme mind of understanding, with deep faith in all Buddhas of the 3 times, relying on the power of Samantabhadra's practices and vows, I universally make offerings to all Tathagatas. All the evil karma I have created in the past, born from beginningless greed, anger, and delusion, arising through body, speech, and mind, I now completely confess and repent. All beings in the 10 directions, all those of the 2 vehicles, learners and adepts, all Tathagatas and Bodhisattvas, I rejoice in all their merits and virtues. All the merit from bowing, praising, and making offerings, all the merit from requesting the Buddhas to remain and turn the Dharma wheel, all the merit from rejoicing and repenting, I dedicate it to all beings and to the Buddha way. I study with all Tathagatas, cultivating the complete practices of Samantabhadra, making offerings to all Buddhas of the past and to all Buddhas of the 10 directions now present. All future teachers of gods and humans, whose intentions and aspirations are fully perfected, I vow to follow and learn from them throughout the 3 times and swiftly accomplish great Bodhi. In all lands of the 10 directions, vast, pure, and wondrously adorned, assemblies surround the Tathagatas, all seated beneath the king of Bodhi trees. May all beings in the 10 directions be free from suffering and always at peace, gain the profound benefits of the true Dharma, and completely extinguish all afflictions. While I cultivate the path to Bodhi, may I recall past lives and every destiny, always obtain the chance to leave home and uphold pure precepts, unstained, unbroken, and without flaw. For God's dragons, yakshas, kumbhandas, and even humans and non-humans alike. In all the languages of every kind of being, I speak the Dharma through all their sounds, diligently cultivating the pure paramitas, never forgetting the mind of Bodhi, completely eliminating all obstacles and defilements. I perfect every wondrous practice. From all delusions, karmic actions, and demonic states, and from all worldly paths I gain liberation. Like a lotus unstained by water, like the sun and moon that do not remain still. I completely remove all suffering of the evil destinies, and give equal happiness to all beings. For dust mode eons I continue in this way, my benefit to the 10 directions never exhausted. I always follow and accord with all beings throughout all future eons, constantly cultivating Samantabhadra's vast practices and perfecting unsurpassed great Bodhi. All those who travel the path together with me, may we gather in every place with body, speech, and mind all equal, and cultivate all practices and vows together. All the good spiritual friends who benefit me, who reveal to me the practices of Samantabhadra, may they always gather together with me, and may they always give rise to joy toward me. May I constantly behold all Tathagatas surrounded by assemblies of Buddha children, and in their presence make vast offerings without weariness through all future eons. May I uphold the subtle Dharma of all Buddhas, illuminating all practices of Bodhi, ultimately perfecting the pure path of Samantabhadra, and cultivating it constantly through all future eons. Among all forms of existence, may the merit and wisdom I cultivate be inexhaustible, and may I obtain stores of samadhi, wisdom, skillful means, and liberation, all the boundless treasuries of virtue. In a single dust mote, there are world systems as numerous as dust motes, and in each world there are inconceivable Buddhas. In every assembly where each Buddha dwells, I see them constantly teaching the practices of Bodhi. Throughout the oceans of world realms, in the 10 directions, and in each heretic, oceans of the 3 times, oceans of Buddhas and oceans of Buddha lands, across Kalpa oceans I cultivate everywhere. The speech of all Tathagatas is utterly pure. In a single phrase there are oceans of many tones, according to the intentions and desires of beings. Each sound flows forth as an ocean of Buddha eloquence. All Buddhas of the 3 times, within these inexhaustible oceans of language, constantly turn the wondrous Dharma wheel of meaning, and with deep wisdom power I fully enter it. I can enter the future and gather all eons into a single thought. All eons of the 3 times, I enter them all within one instant. In a single thought I behold the 3 times, seeing all the lion-like teachers of humans. I constantly enter the Buddha realms with illusion-like liberation and awesome power. Within a single hair tip, in the tiniest particle, appear the adorned Buddha lands of the 3 times. Into the hair tips of all dust-like worlds in the 10 directions, I enter them all and purify them completely. All the future blaze the way and turn the Dharma wheel to awaken beings, and who will ultimately complete the Buddha work and display nirvana. I go to them all and draw near. The swift and all-pervading power of spiritual mastery, the universal door power of entering the Mahayana everywhere, the power of wisdom conduct that cultivates all virtues, the majestic power of great compassion that universally shelters all, the power of supreme merit that purifies and adorns all realms, the power of wisdom free from attachment and dependence, the power of samadhi wisdom, skillful means and spiritual might, and the power that universally gathers the strength of Bodhi. The power of purifying all wholesome actions, the power of destroying all afflictions, the power of subduing all maras, the power of perfecting all practices of Samantabhadra, the power to adorn and purify all oceans of Buddha lands, the power to liberate all oceans of beings, the power to skillfully discern all oceans of Dharma, and the power to deeply enter the ocean of wisdom, the power to purify all oceans of practices, the power to fulfill all oceans of vows, the power to draw near and make offerings to all oceans of Buddhas, and the power to practice tirelessly through oceans of kalpas. All Tathagatas of the three times, with their supreme Bodhi conduct and vows, I offer to them all and cultivate them completely, and with Samantabhadra's practices I realize Bodhi. Among all Tathagatas, there is an eldest son. His name is the noble Samantabhadra. All the roots of virtue I dedicate now. May all my wisdom conduct become like his. May my body, speech, and mind be ever pure, and may all my actions in Buddha lands be likewise. Thus, with a wisdom named Samantabhadra, may I become completely equal to him. For the sake of completely purifying Samantabhadra's practices and the great vows of Manjushri, I fulfill all their activities without remainder, and through future eons, I never grow weary. The practices I cultivate are without measure, and I obtain immeasurable stores of merit and virtue. Abiding within immeasurable conduct, I fully realize all spiritual powers. Manjushri's courageous and powerful wisdom, and Samantabhadra's vast practices of insight, all the roots of virtue I dedicate now, that I may constantly learn and cultivate in accord with them. These supreme and most excellent great vows, praised by all Buddhas of the three times, all the virtue I dedicate now, so that I may attain Samantabhadra's sublime conduct. When I approach the moment of death, may all obstacles be completely removed. May I behold Amitabha Buddha face to face, and at once be reborn in the land of bliss. Once I have been reborn in that realm, may I immediately accomplish these great vows. May everything be perfected without remainder, bringing benefit and joy to all worlds of beings. In that Buddha's assembly, all is pure. At that time I am born within the supreme lotus. I behold the Tathagata of infinite infinite light face to face, who immediately bestows upon me the prophecy of Bodhi. Having received the Buddha's prediction, I manifest countless hundreds of kotis of transformation bodies, with vast wisdom power pervading the 10 directions. I universally bring benefit to all worlds of beings. Even when space comes to an end, when beings' karma and afflictions come to an end, even when all such things are exhausted, my vow remains ultimately and eternally inexhaustible. In all the boundless Buddha lands of the 10 directions, adorned with countless precious offerings to the Tathagatas, bestowing supreme peace and joy upon gods and humans, I continue through dust mode kalpas in every realm. If someone hears the Supreme King of Aspirations, and upon hearing it once gives rise to faith, longing for the Supreme Bodhi mind, they gain merit surpassing all measure. They will always be far from evil spiritual friends, and forever free from all evil destinies. They will swiftly behold Amitabha and infinite light, and will possess these supreme vows of Samantabhadra. Such a person gains a supreme and noble lifespan. Such a person gains a fortunate rebirth among humans. Before long, they will accomplish the practices of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. In the past, through lack of wisdom, they may have created the gravest of the 5 heinous deeds. But by reciting this king of great aspirations of Samantabhadra, in a single thought, all of these swiftly vanish. Such a person's lineage, family, and appearance, their marks and wisdom all become complete. No model or outsider can overpower them. They become worthy of offerings through all the 3 realms. Swiftly they reach the king of Bodhi trees, and seated there, subdue all hosts of martyrs. They accomplish perfect equal enlightenment, turn the Dharma wheel, and universally benefit all sentient beings. The swift and all-pervading power of spiritual mastery. The universal door power of entering the Mahayana everywhere. The power of wisdom conduct that cultivates all virtues. The majestic power of great compassion that universally shelters all. The power of supreme merit that purifies and adorns all realms. The power of wisdom free from attachment and dependence. The power of samadhi wisdom, skillful means, and spiritual might. The power that universally gathers the strength of Bodhi. The power of purifying all wholesome actions. The power of destroying all afflictions. The power of subduing all martyrs. The power of perfecting all practices of Samantabhadra. The power to adorn and purify all oceans of Buddha lands. The power to liberate all oceans of beings. The power to skillfully discern all oceans of Dharma. The power to deeply enter the ocean of wisdom. The power to purify all oceans of practices. The power to fulfill all oceans of vows. The power to draw near and make offerings to all oceans of Buddha. who practice tirelessly through oceans of kalpas. Whoever reads, recites, upholds, or explains this Samantabhadra aspiration, its results can be known only by the Buddhas, and they will surely attain the supreme Bodhi path. For anyone who recites the Samantabhadra aspiration, I speak only a small portion of the merit gained. In a single thought, all becomes perfected, and they fulfill the vow to purify all beings. All of this supreme Samantabhadra conduct of mind, and all the boundless excellent merit, I dedicate them completely, so that all beings drowning in suffering may swiftly be reborn in Amitabha's land of